Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or if you're new here, welcome officially to the channel. This is, as you know from the intro, a series where I go into odd game accessories or peripherals the developers made to get us more into the game mentally or physically. Today, I have something that, well, in short, it was an attempt to ditch the mouse. Yep, we're going to look at some more PC tech today. In particular, we're going to look at something called the Novint Falcon that wanted to replace your mouse with one of these. Yeah, I know, it's kind of wild looking, isn't it? So sit back if you have a minute while we go into this company and this crazy thing as we look at the thought process behind it and how it worked. Like other devices of this type, i.e. the Power Glove, this device started off as a government project headed up by the Sandian National Laboratories, and they had just picked up one of the first commercial 3D haptic devices, which, for those who don't understand, that's essentially a device that will allow you to feel an object in 3D space on a computer. They worked on the software on this device from 1995 till around 2000, when Anderson, one of the main leads for the project, founded his company called Novint and began working on a way to commercialize the product for the consumer market. They were convinced that this technology could change computing forever, but the technology was still very, very expensive. To give you an example, in 2004, the cost of the hardware alone was $10,000 per unit. This obviously would not work, so Novint continued to work to bring this price down so that PC gamers would find it a more reasonable device to adopt, and also so the medical profession could use it for surgical simulations. They actually in the end hit a pretty good price point, because according to Engadget in 2007 you could pre-order one of these for right around $189. For something that would give you a tactile feel of a 3D rendered object, this was not bad, and one that could potentially replace your mouse to boot. But how did this thing work, you say? Well, that's a very, very good question. Let's take a look. As you can see, this thing is bizarre looking at first, but in a way it kind of starts to make sense as you understand it. The sphere in the center is attached to 3 actuator arms that you can move left, right, up and down, as well as in and out with. That's right, this thing moves in 3 dimensions, X, Y, and Z. Take that, mouse. Now, moving the arms could allow you to precisely aim and technically move forward just using this device alone. Most of the movement was handled in what was known in 2 phases. In the center area, you could look around and aim with pretty solid precision from the videos that I've seen. Pushing forward to the edges, or rather outward to the edges, would put you into what's known as the push phase, which translates into turning your character on the main screen. This would allow you to turn slowly or snap around quickly. But how did the haptics work, you ask? Well, that was supported by small servo motors attached to each arm. This would give you very minor feedback like small nudges when you jump on a hill, or larger forces like recoil from a shotgun. Reportedly, these could be very finely tuned, so that you could program any number of haptic sensations that the player would feel on a small ball-like attachment on the back, which, yes, could be replaced with a gun, which obviously was very popular for using the game with, say, first-person shooters and the like. Novint's goal, as stated before, was to basically take over the PC market and slowly push out the mouse. So much so that they named it the Falcon, primarily because the falcon is a natural predator of the mouse. Touché. Well played, Novint. Clever naming. Unfortunately, support for the controller was somewhat sparse, with a lot of them requiring mods to work. Today, from what I was able to find, the device only really works with a total of 61 games, ranging from early 2020's Black Mesa all the way back to 1996's Quake. Given how many games come out each year, that's a very small sampling of the gaming population that even supports this device. That doesn't make it less interesting of a concept, as it would be nice to have an alternative to the tried and true mouse to use, and not only for not having to lift your mouse and reposition it, but potentially for people who can't effectively use a mouse as well, and could make for a very powerful advantage in the PC space if you could learn to use it. However, what do you guys think of this one? Did any of you ever see one of these in the wild, and if so, did you try it? What did you think of it if you did try it? What do you think of this entire concept? Is it interesting to you? Let me know in the comments. And while you're there, please leave this video a like. And if you haven't, consider subscribing. That helps me out a ton. For now though, have a great rest of your day. And until we meet again, happy gaming!